What I want to really do, bro, is like I really want to, just go back, if that's okay with you, with talking about your humble beginnings. What made you want to deal with, basketball? Now, obviously, we're going to get into the book. We're going to get into everything that you do, but all that had to stem from somewhere. Let's talk about it.
I think you said the basketball first, right? Well, the thing is, when I moved here from Philadelphia, we moved to Boston.
Well, period. Just lay it down. Lay it all down.
Yeah, so we moved here we had a complicated background, a history, living in Philadelphia, New Jersey. Dealt with like racism and all this stuff that happened. We eventually moved to Boston. And what happened was my mom was raising 5 kids by herself. It wasn't easy. And we saw her struggles. And one day, she made sure that we stayed productive as much as possible, but at the same time, sometimes we had to entertain ourselves. And one day, I started playing basketball. Soccer was my first love.
Really?
And basketball became another love because one day walking through this random alley, I met this one gentleman. He was a janitor, and he looked at me. He said, "Hey, you." And I looked at him like, what can I do for you? And me being polite,
Now, how old were you at this time?
And I was like maybe like 11 or 12. And but he was already in Boston for a period of time. So but we moved a few times from Dorchester and then moved to the South End. And this one janitor, cool brother, he had a son, he had 2 sons and his wife, and he was like another father figure for me. And he saw me walk down his alley. He said, "Hey, do you not play basket? You want to play for a basketball team?" I'm like, sure. You got to talk to my mom first, because
Yo, that's respect.
Yo, I can't just jump on without my mom permission. So he said, "Sure." So he said, "Just let me know when a good time to meet your mom." So I told my mom about this guy, and I came back and rang his doorbell and gave it a time to meet my mom. And my mom put some rules down.
Listen, for all y'all, we're gonna address this later. His mother was the best. Period. We're gonna keep going, brother.
Amazing woman.
Yes.
Regardless of what she wasn't good at, she was great as caring, loving people. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was he met with my mom, and my mom told him certain things that she wanted for my life. And she wanted me being like this, a safe environment where I can enjoy myself and be a kid. And he was just really supportive, And this is a janitor who took time out of his day to like pull kids from the streets, from various walks, different areas pulled together.
But you know what's funny though? Like some people would look at that like to say like, "Oh, he's a janitor. He don't know what he's talking about," or this and that, not really understanding his background. You know what I mean? Like, and that to me that sounds like a godsend. If you got to be honest.
The thing is, so in my life we were lacking father figures. So for me, I tell every coach, every person, man in leadership that helps a kid, you're seen as a father figure if you like it or not. So. Well,
especially when you take on other women's children.
Exactly. You don't know their history, where they come from, and what these kids are going through. A lot of kids deal with abandonment issues and a lot of mental health issues, which I definitely support people in getting the resources they need. But the biggest thing is my mom, when she was talking to the gentleman, his name is Gilbert. The guy just came in and just showed he was compassionate about helping kids.
That sounds like a janitor name.
But the thing is,
I had to say that. I'm sorry, but there's comedy to this too. But it's all love at the end of the day. But yeah. Gilbert, shout out to you, man. Hey.
He had a laugh that you couldn't like. Some people laugh in here. Yes, he has a laugh that just gets your attention. But he was one of the guys where he didn't have basketball experience. The guy had a history. His history was completely different from being a basketball coach. But the thing is, he had enough courage to be like, you know what? I may not be a professional athlete or know the game, but I know enough to keep kids busy.
He has integrity.
And the thing is, we learned so much from this guy, just from like time management, being a team, resilience, being a man of your word. All these things like you don't understand that you learn from sports. And he changed my life to this day. And I'll tell anybody, you have a coach or someone who changed your life at some point, make sure they know they changed your life before the time's up. Because I can't stand giving someone their flowers when they're gone. It makes no sense to me. So he was one of many guys who changed my life. Like, he was one of many men and women who changed my life in the area of basketball. And we started playing for the team was called the Pistons. We played for BNBL.
Yep, I remember that. Yeah.
And eventually, I wasn't that good. I wasn't good at all. Believe me, I wasn't good.
I mean, that's kind of hard to believe, for somebody that played with him. This man was nasty. They called him Baby Dr. J.
Yeah, in college they called me Rodman. So, but I just didn't dominate.
Hold on, those are the complete opposites. but that means something on a larger scale.
Yeah, my thing is you do what the team's needed, what the team needs you to do. But at the end of the day, what happened was when I talked, like, Gilbert just took me to a whole nother level because I didn't know anything about the game. And then he showed me drills, and I would spend days. Like, you're a kid, I had nothing to do. So I spent hours, I'm talking about in the sun, hot sun, where I would do freeze bottles of water, like two liter bottles of, like, the soda bottles. I'll fill it with water and freeze it and be outside doing drills. By the time I'm done, it's water, so I start drinking it. That's how I determined how hard I was working. And other kids would see that, and then he started recruiting other kids who were just, like, hungry to play. And this is why I give a shout out to Les Brown, because I listen to his motivational speaking now.
Oh, Les Brown is major.
Amazing. And when I think about my childhood, a lot of that stuff, I wish I heard him during my childhood, but I hear him as an adult, and it applies. So myself and other guys at Gilbert, the gentleman who's the janitor who brought these other guys through, they were hungry too. And the thing is, basketball helps create a part of your identity.
It actually does.
It does. So my thing is, but what I learned as a group to be a man is that you're a man, but you have all these components to you. So you have a basketball player, like I dance, I'm an artist, I sing, so there's all these things that add to you.
You're multi-talented.
Exactly. But the thing is, your gifts open doors for you. So I'll tell anybody, no matter how few gifts you have, or if you have a lot, explore the possibilities. Because if I didn't explore the possibility of playing basketball, y'all wouldn't. Most people never met me.
You're absolutely right. Because remember what you just said. You said your first love was soccer. So just imagine if you kept just the soccer alone.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have known you for basketball.
Shout out to Dime Magazine, man. I appreciate you covering me and all that, and checking me out coming up in their next drop. Bow.